watching the Valley on ESPN. Welcome everybody inside the Ford Center here in Evansville, Indiana, as we got Saturday non-conference action here between the Green Bay Phoenix and the Evansville Purple Aces. I'm Alex Gould. He's Mr. Indiana. He's the more important one. That's Luke Zeller. And Luke, a good battle today between two pretty solid mid-majors.
Definitely a great matchup today, Alex. We're looking forward to watching Green Bay. And for Green Bay, we're looking forward to watching Sandy Cohen. Sandy Cohen's been a great player for them. Really stood out against Michigan State. Had big moments in the game and a big game. And they were up on Michigan State. I think Sandy Cohen was a big part of it. You see the road trip they've been on, his points per production. And coach is really challenging him to do more than just scoring.
You just mentioned Sandy Cohen. Then we take a look at the Purple Aces side of things. When KJ Riley goes, the Purple Aces go.
And I think so. I'm looking forward to watching Evansville and KJ Riley this season. 12.5 points, but really helping the team go. And I think free throw attempts really shows his physicality, shows his aggressiveness getting to the basket. 35th in the country with fouls drawn. And so look for him today to get out in transition, try to draw fouls and be aggressive getting to the basket.
Look at Link Darner in his fourth season at the helm of Green Bay. He's really turned the program around. His first season, they made it to the NCAA tournament in 2015 and 2016. Walter McCarty in his first year here at the University of Evansville. Kentucky product, was the assistant coach under Brad Stevens. Both terrific coaches.
I think so. I think a well-matched game. Both those teams, high-intensity offenses. We might be turning our heads quite a bit. I don't know how much you stretch your neck out before this game starts, but I think they're all ready to go, and both teams ready to get going here.
Tip won by Green Bay. That was Shanquan Hemphill. The Tank won the tip for Green Bay. Take a look at the starters there. You mentioned Sandy Cohen. He is pretty prolific. But not only does he score the basketball, he tries to assist to his teammates as he tried to do there down low to Manny Patterson. Basket no good. Purple Aces Shamar Givens, the freshman talent, kicks it over to KJ Riley.
Shamar with his first career start, I think adds a lot of intensity for Evansville. Really pushes the ball in transition, looking to get down and down the floor quickly, and I think Givens is a big part of being able to do that.
KJ Riley misses the lay-in, so both teams missing shots about 3 or 4 feet from the basket. No score, 45 seconds in. That's Patterson who has it down low. Sandy Cohen the third. Tried to step back a defense by Marty Hill. The kick over for 3 is good. That is P.J. Pipes.
A nice shot, nice drive and kick by Green Bay, just trying to get in rhythm.
P.J. Pipes is only averaging 7 this year. 3 taken by Givens, no good. Rebound to Pipes. Pipes kicks it over to Sandy Cohen. Again, Green Bay wants to run. Cohen for 3, no good. John Hall with the board for the Purple Aces. So both teams, they're going to push. There's going to be a lot of tempo. Should be a lot of scoring.
I don't think we're going to have a problem with any shot clock violations today.
One of the lone seniors, Marty Hill for 3 is good. Triple is good. So we are knotted up at 3. Both teams, they shoot the 3 at will. They want to score the basketball.
Great shot by Hill. Just get a little tempo dribble, get his feet under him. A nice shot rising up and finish.
Chance at an and 1 there for Patterson. Good feed down low. Patterson has a little bit of size on the Purple Aces down low. Manny Patterson this year. Last year he averaged 6 and 5. He's up that tick a little bit now in his sophomore campaign. He's averaging 8 points and 6 boards. He's going to be key here today, Luke, you know, and kind of exploiting the Purple Aces' smaller lineup.
And I think running the floor, and then you look at a Patterson who just played Creighton, Michigan State, this road trip they were on, and the bigs that he was competing against, and then coming in here and being able to see what he can continue to do. Manny Patterson could be a big player for Green Bay as he misses the first one, looks to hit the second one there.
So Patterson goes 1 of 2 from the line. The only person that can kind of match up size-wise with Patterson, John Hall's pretty close in height, but then Danius Hodkavicius on the bench as Marty Hill drives to the bucket. He's got an early, quick 5 for the senior in purple and white.
Excellent dribble handoff coming off the screen and then coming right around the corner. Great drive, wide open layup. Good execution by Evansville in transition.
Pipes up top. Sandy Cohen the third. Cohen the third. He'll look to facilitate as much as he can. That's McLeod. Tried the Euro step a little bit. We got a hold. Foul call.
That's one of those fouls if you're playing pickup in the backyard. Somebody's arguing about that one.
Yeah.
That's a tough call. And the offense always calls in. The defense never fouls. If we let them call their own fouls, we'd be here all day.
Phoenix 20 on the shot clock. We'll go keys to the game here, Luke. Looking at both sides, what is going to impact the way for Green Bay to get just their second road win of the year and the Purple Aces to continue their dominance here at the Ford Center?
I think Green Bay, and Coach Darner talked about it, talking with him yesterday, really getting back in transition, making sure they are pushing it offensively, but getting back defensively and then controlling the pace. As we're talking to him yesterday and asking him about, hey, at some point if the pace gets too high, are you going to slow it down? He has no intention of slowing it down. There's not a too high of pace for Coach Darner. For Evansville, protecting the paint, being able to make sure Green Bay's not driving to the rim. You mentioned it, as they're trying to keep Patterson out of the inside, and then don't let Cohen get going. I mean, Cohen is a tough player and can really get going as he gets confident, and as he gets more confident, he makes even tougher plays.
Hemphill, the drive, no good. Purple Aces look to push up here. Let's give this over to John Hall. John Hall tried to find KJ Riley. Plenty of space, and no one closed out on KJ Riley. Riley was almost shocked at how much space he had.
Really good offense by Evansville to start the game. They're moving the basketball, making open shots, dribble handoff earlier for a wide open layup, another great pass there for a layup. Good basketball from Evansville to start the game here.
So 3 minutes in, good drive there by Pipes. He's got a quick 5, so him and Marty Hill, the leading scorers so far, about 3.5 minutes into this one. That's Shea Feehan. He's the leading scorer for the Purple Aces on the season. Came from Eureka College. It's Division III. Played there for 4 years. He would have come here for a 5th year. What a block there by Sandy Cohen. The third says, not this time, Marty Hill.
Good defense by Cohen. I think that's what Coach Darner's challenged him to do, is more of that, being able to defend. He's got potential to be a real impact, but as you look at Sandy Cohen here, just keeping his man in front, going straight up and blocking the shot. That's what Coach Darner wants him to do more of, that and running in transition, competing every play. He's making plays. They just want him to do more of that.
Yeah, that's what Coach talked about. Coach Darner talked about Sandy Cohen III has the ability to score even more than he already has. As the shot clock was winding down, KJ Riley off the rim, no good. That's Hankerson, who's just checked in the game, and he will get a push off. That's an offensive foul. They'll call that 10 times out of 10.
Great job of stepping in, and
Teams first.
great job of stepping in as he comes in here and just getting set up. You know Green Bay's going to push in transition, so getting set up to take that charge. I love what Givens gives them on offense. Just that last time, drive and kick, misses a corner 3, but gets in the lane, gets open shots, creating a lot for guys. It's tough for Green Bay to keep Givens in front of him right now. He's constantly getting past the defender, and again, gets an angle on him, misses a tough shot, but gets an angle and gets past the defender, creating rotations constantly.
And the Phoenix look to push, and that's a turnover. So it's 7-6 Purple Aces. It's going to be a close one, folks. We know you're going to stick with us here on Afternoon Basketball in Evansville, Indiana. 7-6 Purple Aces lead the Phoenix. We're back. Saturday non-conference action, Green Bay and Evansville. Purple Aces with a small margin, 7-6. But we're going to go to the third member of our crew, and that's Kenton Cruz. He's got a report on Green Bay and whether they like to play in Evansville or not. Kenton?
Yeah, thank you. Green Bay is actually no stranger to Evansville and has been here before. The city actually is a milestone in Green Bay's history. Back in 1974, Green Bay played in their first NCAA tournament appearance back when they were Division II. The city hasn't been much luck to Green Bay as they're 0-5 playing here in Evansville. Let's see how that goes today. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. And yeah, you know, Green Bay, we take a look at the history a little bit. They haven't liked Evansville too much over the years, haven't been here a whole lot, but they're trying to rewrite that script today, and they, especially what Coach Darner talked about, he wants to go 5-2 in mid-major games before they play Milwaukee next week in the Horizon.
He does, and he talked about being able to fight and compete with teams that are on their same level, and being able to be here today, that has a team that they feel like would fit into that bill for them, and they really want to be able to get a win, and hopefully the games they're playing against those Michigan States, the Creightons and teams like that are helping them prepare for games like this.
Yeah, you know, and he talked about it. He said, listen, he goes, you know, we, as a blocking foul called. It's a good drive by KJ Riley.
The foul on Phoenix, number 10.
That was Shaquan Hemphill who tried to take the charge. Blocking foul called. But, you know, Green Bay, Coach Darner was talking about it on the interview a little bit earlier this week, talking about how he wants to schedule those tough teams. He wants his team to be prepared when they get into the Horizon League on the road late down in the stretch of things. He wants to be able to be prepared, and that's Cam Hankerson with the dunk. What a finish by Hankerson after the steal. Woo!
Great finish by Hankerson. Great job of denying the passing lane defensively as Green Bay's looking to lock in a half-court defense. That's what Coach Darner's looking for, is those kind of stops and being able to get out and get a transition bucket.
So that brings Green Bay up by 1, 8-7. Riley looks to drive. It's going to be another steal. This one taken away by Hemphill. He's got you one Newton. That is going to be a blocking foul, and free throws coming up for Hemphill. So that's back-to-back steals, back-to-back turnovers for the Purple Aces. Much better half-court defense here out of the timeout for Green Bay.
And Hemphill driving strong to the basket, but really Green Bay the last couple of possessions, reading the defense, coming out of the timeout. Coach Darner obviously challenging them defensively, and then they respond very well. A couple of deflections, steals, and one bucket, and then go to the line on the second one.
Ball game for the Purple Aces, number 10, Evan Kuhlman. Also number 30.
Two Purple Aces check in. Evan Kuhlman, sophomore forward out of Liberty Township, Ohio, and the guard is sophomore Noah Fredricking out of Oakville, Illinois. Hemphill goes 0 of 2 from the free throw line, so the Charity Stripe not been kind to Green Bay so far early on in this one. Those are free points. We talk about it all the time on these broadcasts. You got to hit your free throw. Got to,
especially in transition there, as they're trying to make plays in offensive transition. They're going to draw fouls. They've got to be able to knock those down when they get those opportunities.
Givens tries to get to the rim again. Good rebound by Riley. Tipping good. So first time by Givens, no good. Second time by Riley, no good. Then third time's the charm for number 33 in purple and white. Purple Aces back up by 1.
Givens creating a lot for the Aces, really getting in the lane, really trying to finish. If he starts finishing those baskets, he's going to be a force for the Aces as they continue to, here in his first career start. It's amazing what confidence can do for a player, being able to have a career start, being able to have the opportunity to be out here. He looks incredibly confident each play down, and you can tell that Coach McCarty's trusting him and giving him an opportunity as he gets a quick breather.
So that's Cody Schwartz, who just checked in to the contest out of De Pere, Wisconsin. Transfer from San Jose State, as well as Hunter Christ out of Crown Point, Indiana. Hankerson, nice jumper. About an 8-foot jumper for Hankerson. So he's got an early 4 points. He's come off the bench really nicely for the Phoenix. Cameron Hankerson was only averaging 6.7 points per game, already has 4. Just about 6.5 into the contest. That's Danius Hotkavicius, looks to back down. He's got to finish that one. But a good rebound by the freshman Newton to get the ball. Shot clock will reset. Free 30 for the Purple Aces. Fredricking back to Newton. Newton looking to make things happen now that Givens is out. They look to Kuhlman inside. Kuhlman to Hotkavicius, good pass. Hotkavicius will go to the line. Purple Aces, you got a second opportunity because of the freshman Newton. Make something happen, Hotkavicius goes to the free throw.
Great interior passing as the bigs get it inside, trying to pass to each other. Great job of looking inside and find each other. Evansville moving well right now, being able to attack the paint as they come across on the drive, being able to move inside.
Denis Hotkavicius, senior out of Klaipėda, Lithuania. Missed the first, will shoot his second. Patterson checks back in for McNair. Take a look at Denis Hotkavicius on the season. Shoots it at 50%. He's 6 for 12 coming into this contest. Statistics don't lie.
Nice looking free throw. He's keeping the same percentage.
So we get a tie ball game, 10-10. 13 minutes to go here in the first half in Evansville, Indiana. Really good crowd on tap here at the Ford Centers. Hankerson looks to drive again, missed lane. Seen a lot of good looks on both sides. Got to finish at the rim.
A great rebound inside. You look at Cohen, hasn't scored yet. I think that's an interesting thing for Evansville, focusing on Cohen. And if you're Green Bay, look for Cohen to start making some plays.
And more good defense in the half court for the Phoenix. They create another turnover. BJ Pipes checks back into the contest. So does Jaquan McLeod.
Also in for the Phoenix, number 11, Jaquan McLeod.
You know, we talked about Cohen, but McLeod had 17 at Michigan State too, shooting 4 from 5 from 3, and really played pretty well in that game. So look for him to be pretty confident coming off of that game.
Yeah, Cohen who had 22, McLeod had 17, Patterson with 10, Hankerson with 11. 4 players in double figures against Michigan State. And again, their problem hasn't been, Luke, it hasn't been scoring the basketball. You know, they're at the top of the Horizon League in points per game at 85. It's been allowing, you know, their opponents to score has been a lot more difficult for them, but it comes with playing the Michigan States, the Creightons, and so forth.
It creates confidence when you play teams like that. Maybe not immediately in the middle of the game, and being able to compete against a team like that with some elite players, there's a challenge. But for them, you can see they've got an extra step even with a long road trip that they're on right now, and confident as they come off. They haven't finished some of these shots, but they've been getting good looks.
So McLeod missed the 3. Now Newton will pull up. He was wide open. Banks it in. The bank is open on Saturday.
National Bank wide open there. So as you see coming in,
and there it is. Before you can even breathe. And that's something the Purple Aces have to be aware of, is that they get all hyped up because Newton banks in the 3, but then all of a sudden Cameron Hankerson's wide open. He's going to shoot the 3 right away.
And I think that's for both sides. Goldie, my wife is a PhD student and a teacher at Indiana University, and she's way smarter than me. And she talks about not getting too high with the highs and not getting too low with the lows. And I think that's the thing. It's almost, everybody talks about resilience and perseverance when things are going tough. You need the same thing when things go well. You got to turn back around and do it again. And I think that's for both teams as they try to become a little more mature.
KJ Riley looked to push there. That one out of bounds. 15-13, Purple Aces lead, 11-18 in the first. The MVC Fan Hangout is the perfect gathering place before and after games during Arch Madness. It's located at Ballpark Village in downtown St. Louis, just across the street from Busch Stadium. For additional information, visit archmadness.com/fans. We're back, 11-18 here in the first half. Purple Aces with a slim margin, 15-13 over the Phoenix. We're going to take a look at a little bit of transition defense. Got to get back. Good shot by Newton. Bank was open on the Saturday, but Cameron Hankerson comes back down the floor, quick strike.
This is what we talk about, not getting too high with the highs. They get it out. Green Bay gets it out quick. 1 pass, sprints to the corner, 2 passes, wide open 3. That's an easy shot. They 3-4 seconds off the shot clock as they get down. Evansville's got to get back in transition. Got to move on to the next play. You can't celebrate. You're supposed to score when you shoot it. So you're supposed to move on to the next play and have to get there. I think that's the lesson for Evansville as they continue to figure it out and continue to work on improving as this season goes on. Both sides of this. Coach Darner talked about it for Green Bay as well.
Patterson tries to back down Hotkavicius. Good interior defense by Danius Hotkavicius.
Great defense by Hotkavicius. Just staying there, keeping his body in front. High finish. And a nice post up on the other end.
And now a foul called on Patterson. A lot of times you see that in the sport of basketball. That's why it's so beautiful sometimes. Hotkavicius gets the defensive stop on the other end of the floor and then wants the basketball offensively on the other side.
And he had a great seal. Really got his man deep inside the paint. Turned around and was ready to post up. Ready to finish.
Shea Feehan back into the game. Looks for Evan Kuhlman. Kuhlman looking to back down Schwartz. Kuhlman. Nice move, about 4 feet away. Good tip back by Danius Hotkavicius. Frederick King doesn't care about the shot clock, tried to take it quickly. No good, still 15-13.
Nice move by Kuhlman, nice tap out by Hotkavicius. I got to work on his name here as we come out.
Good offensive board by Patterson. Biggs really working on both sides. Patterson was, wow, interesting call there. Have to take a look at this one again. Patterson looked to save it, and referee on the baseline said it went off of Shea Feehan.
We'll take a look at it. Looks like Green Bay might have got a Christmas gift.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It's a tough call, but I don't know if it quite touched Shea Feehan. So the shot clock is not resetting here at the Ford Center. That gives us some time to talk a little bit. Okay, 15-13 Purple Aces. What do you like so far from Evansville?
So far, Evansville very attacking the basket well, driving in the lane when they have opportunities offensively, turning the corner well, especially outside, and then inside, really Hotchkavicius and inside Kuhlman have done a nice job of trying to make plays inside and finish. Just haven't quite finished. A couple of hook shots. Nice turnaround last time down by Kuhlman, just finishing those plays inside. But they're doing well at getting the ball inside, either through the drive or posting up. Evansville's got to finish a few more.
You know, another player I want to hone in on is PJ Pipes Jr. That transition play, it's all set up because he looks up the floor. You know, that play where he got the ball to Hankerson in the corner after Newton made the three, it's his ability to recognize and say, hey, this is what Coach Darner wants us to do. We got to push. We got to look for, you know, a player in the corner. Hankerson was wide open. It's a good pass. He's got 5 points early and a couple assists. He looks really good.
He does, and he's done a great job of being able to move forward. You can tell they practice it. Hankerson running to the corner. Hankerson was 7 early on, and really a nice dunk early on, nice deny and finish with a dunk. Hits the transition 3. In a good rhythm here to start the game. Do you have any IT experience? You need to go over there and help him?
Listen, the monitor we were talking about earlier, the monitor was off here before the game started. I didn't even know where the power button was, so I don't think I'm going to be of any help to go.
That makes you more advanced than me.
Listen, again, we talked about it. I'm okay at 2 things. It's talking and talking about sports. That's about it. Everything else is like, you know, I'm kind of looking around going, I have no idea what's going on. Again, Alex Gould, Luke Zeller, 10-11 to go. I think they got the clock figured out. You know,
and we didn't have to help them, so that's a good,
look at that,
good
you know,
news.
we just got the talk. Cody Schwartz for 3. That one banks is good.
Wow.
Look at that. Cody Schwartz, after all that.
It's
the
Saturday.
bank is really open on Saturday.
I don't know if he pointed at the old National Bank sign up top.
Yeah.
We've got 2 banks here on Saturdays, though, so the bank is definitely open.
Oh, man.
We've got late hours.
2 banks from 3. Just how Jawan Newton and Cody Schwartz have drawn it up so far in the first 10. Kavicius backs down Schwartz, feeds to Fredericken. Fredericken gets it stolen away by PJ Pipes. He's been all over the place, both offensively and defensively, and he looks to push. Going to take the mid-range jumper. That one no good. Rims in and out. Purple Aces now look to push.
Green Bay getting a lot of deflections, really moving their feet defensively, trying to get deflections, gambling maybe even a little bit. Evansville's got to look to stay composed and calm as they get open rotations. Early on, they got a couple of layups and a couple easy jumpers from Green Bay, gambling on defense. Now they're getting some turnovers. So Green Bay, kind of throughout this season, watching some of their games earlier, they have no problem taking those chances defensively as they play. They may give up some wide open layups and some open shots, but they get more than often offensive transition opportunities.
You know, and that transition opportunity right there, that's one that I think a one-on-one between Hemphill and Newton. It's really good defense by the freshman and Newton to force Hemphill to go to his non-dominant hand, the left side, and to kind of push him out to try and make that lay-in. There's Sandy Cohen, the third, just cannot get anything to go so far early. Still has no points in this contest.
A nice play by Green Bay, trying to get Cohen going, get a little curl and screen inside.
Marty Hill, this one is 4-3. That one, it's off the front iron, no good. Hemphill with the rebound. Now Pipes Jr. looks to push. Feeds Hemphill. The tank, they call him. What a move, and one to the basket.
Great move, finds the defender on his feet. Great spin move all the way around and up for the finish.
The tank gets to the bucket. Look at this one. Good dish by Pipes Jr. Just a trailer.
Great footwork, great finish, coming all the way over. Gets the and one through the basket. Great eyes on the rim as he turns around. You can see him catch his eyes on the rim and then follows all the way through, and great finish by Hemphill.
To complete the three-point play, no good. So the Phoenix really missing some opportunities, some free points at the charity stripe so far this afternoon. Purple Aces haven't really gotten to the line at all today, so it's almost another turnover. Good defense by Sandy Cohen, the third. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hotchkavicius working on Schwartz. Hotchkavicius, nice move. Too easy for Danius Hotchkavicius working on the smaller Cody Schwartz.
Nice move as he comes over, finishes on the weak side, uses the rim for protection on the rim, and on the other side finishes really well. Nice finish.
In the ball game for the Phoenix, number 21, Cam Hankerson.
Cam Hankerson coming back in. He knew he wasn't going to be out for too long. Jevin Smith checks into the game for the first time, fourth at Phoenix. So 18-17, and we said it before, we're going to keep saying it, it's going to be a close battle between these two teams. Hankerson tries to get to the rim. Good defense by the smaller Shea Feehan. Marty Hill looks to push on Schwartz. A little bit of a mismatch. Hotkavicius into John Hall. Nobody there but number 33 in purple and white. Timeout, Green Bay. Crowd comes to their feet a little bit here to sold out Ford Center. 19-18, Purple Aces lead, under 8 to go in the first. Ford Center, Evansville, Indiana, 19-18. Purple Aces lead over the Phoenix. Take a look at that last play. Kind of, miscommunication defensively for the Phoenix.
Green Bay trying to put up pressure, but Evansville taking advantage of it, finds spots, finds open defenders, finds an open guy on the offense, on the transition. I think Green Bay, because they're gambling so much, Evansville's got to make sure they stay calm, find that next pass to be able to get it to, and make sure they make good passes. Green Bay's trying to be up in the passing lanes. If they're patient and calm, they've gotten open shots, they've finished open shots, and they've done a great job of that when they take opportunities, but they've got to be patient within those, Alex, and as they have opportunities, they've got to keep moving the ball.
Alex Gould, Luke Zeller again, important one, not so much here, but I think for us especially, Christmas come early. With the fact that we get to do this game here, sold out crowd here at the Ford Center, electric crowd. It's always a pleasure calling basketball games and whatnot, especially before the holiday season. This is Christmas come early, especially for me. Especially doing a game with you.
I enjoy it. I'm glad to be here with you, Alex. This is a fun Saturday afternoon. I think a lot of people agree with us being here, and both teams doing a great job of being able to do what they do well, being able to play basketball, and good opportunity for us to be here.
As a shooting foul will be called, that's Cam Hankerson. Again, he's got 7 points, leads all scorers on the Phoenix, and he's averaging just 6.7 on the year. Really good six-man for Green Bay. He'll take 2 shots here.
Hankerson coming along well and just making a lot of plays aggressively, looking to attack, driving the basketball. Has made some shots as well. Really a nice player for Green Bay.
So before that last free throw by Hankerson, as he shoots it at 78% of the year, Phoenix were 1 for 5. He goes 2 of 2. So that'll bulk up the percentage a little bit. 3 for 7 now are the Phoenix. And again, the Purple Aces, who really like to get to the free throw line, have only been there twice so far today. That was Danius Hotkavicius, who went 1 of 2. They look to him inside. Good interior defense by Schwartz. Good denial of the ball by Cody Schwartz. Hemphill looks to push. The tank again to the basket. John Hull with the denial. Sandy Cohen III, instead of taking that one, passes it. That one is over to Smith off the front iron as Smith gets it back. Good hustle play by number 24 in green and white. Sandy Cohen III tried to find Smith. It's kind of an errant pass. It's a turnover for the Phoenix.
Great defense last time down by Hall as he stays in front of him, goes up and meets him at the peak and gets a stop. Evansville playing some nice defense.
You're a pretty big man yourself, I'd say. How tough is that if you're John Hall, kind of going away from the basket, his momentum's carrying away from the basket, but still to have that length and have that, kind of wherewithal to not foul and to deny.
It's all positioning before the play, and he did a great job getting in position before the play and then being able to go up and meet him, staying on balance.
Smith gets to the rim. Nice move, finishes with the left. So you can just see this Phoenix team really has some depth off of that bench. So again, Smith was one of the last players to check in for the Phoenix. Good kick from Riley to Frederick. Frederick from 3, and when he's uncontested, he's pretty much automatic.
And that's a great job of Evansville getting the ball down the floor, being able to penetrate into the lane and be able to kick it out. They've got some open corner threes. They've just got to knock them down. They're getting good shots. They're running the offense well. You can tell Coach McCarty with his NBA experience with good spacing, being able to create for guys.
Look at that. Sandy Cohen III misses 2 layups. Now KJ Riley looks to push. He feeds to Frederick King again. Frederick King pump fake, goes to the rim. Nice move by Frederick King. And that's all set up because of that last 3. Then you get the defender to bite on the pump fake. Simple move to the basket. Nice job by Frederick King.
Great basketball decision as he gets the defender out. Great job by KJ Riley last couple times of being able to get the ball down the floor, be able to create for his team.
So Noah Frederiking on the year, averaging 8.5. Turnover, Marty Hill. He'll go the easy way with the lay-in. I think the crowd wanted the dunk. They'll take the 2 points either way. Purple Aces now up, largest lead of the day, 26-22.
And starting defensively, Coach McCarty's got to be happy about how they're starting defensively, getting a couple of stops and then making plays.
Sandy Cohen III finally gets his basket. That's with 5:10 to go in the first half. Purple Aces have done a really good job denying one of the most prolific scorers in the Horizon League in Sandy Cohen III.
And you know Cohen's going to get going. He's going to continue trying to make plays. He's missed a couple of easy finishes inside, but really Evansville's made every basket, every play very difficult on him.
Good denial here from the Phoenix. Hotkavich's just too much. Foul called on the floor. You can just see that battle down low is a little bit overwhelming right now for Crody Schwartz, who's having a tough assignment on Danius Hotkavich's. That's the 5th foul on the Phoenix, so no bonus yet for Evansville. Plethora of subs come in on both sides.
Both teams push the ball so much, being able to sub quickly, having fresh players out there. They've got to play deep. It's not a short bench when you're playing at the pace that both of them want to play at.
Givens over to Riley. Riley looks for John Hall down low. Good job. Defensively, it looked like the baseline referee called a block out of bounds, but then sideline ref called a foul. So 2 free throws coming up for John Hall. Let's take a look at this one.
Excellent pass by KJ Riley here. Just a little pass right off the defender's hip. And a great look inside.
That was on Cam Hankerson with the foul. So John Hall will shoot 2 at the line. First one, no good. Both sides struggled a little bit at the free throw line so far today. Take a look at John Hall, averaging 10.6 per game. It's really upped his total. He's averaging 8 rebounds per game. That's second in the Missouri Valley Conference. Gets the second to go. So he was shooting just 59% from the free throw line. So Purple Aces back up by 3, 27-24. Again, we appreciate you joining us on Saturday, kind of, Saturday night-ish here in Evansville, Indiana. It's the Phoenix to burn some shot clock here, get a good possession. Hankerson's wide open for 3. That one is good. Man, has he had a day so far on Saturday.
Another nice shot from Hankerson. A good job of just a simple post entry, replace as the defender goes away from him and knock down a shot.
As John Hall gets to the rim, that one, the scoop, and it's good. 29-27.
Strong drive by Hall.
We see it again, right there. And again, Purple Aces did not get back defensively. And they've done a really good job so far defensively, but in transition, they have to get back, especially Hankerson, the way he's shooting the ball.
And everybody just being able to get back. They can't be shooting it open 5 seconds into the shot clock, and that's what Green Bay wants. So Evansville's got to continue to get back, and probably some halftime adjustments and maybe a talk here, the media timeout from Coach McCarty to talk about making sure they get back and don't give up anything easy.
Good pass by Givens over to KJ Riley. That one no good. It looked like he was blocked by the rim. Hankerson looks to push. Pipes Jr. for 3. That one is good. The transition offense for the Phoenix has really come alive within the last couple of minutes or so because of kind of a lack of the Purple Aces getting back defensively. And then you take a look at the tank. The tank will flush it down. That one is good. 32-29. Phoenix now on top. Back and forth we go here at the Ford Center. No timeout going to be taken by McCarty. He wants to let his kids play.
I think that's Coach McCarty's NBA experience. They're not getting too high with the highs, not getting too low with the lows. Listen, they scored a couple of baskets. Yes, they are quick in transition and then a dunk. But still, that's not that many points. Let's keep playing. Let's keep finding a way to be able to figure out what's next and be able to solve problems. And Coach McCarty teaching his guys and building culture. I love it.
KJ Riley gets to the rim. That one no good. Givens with the tip in, and Coach Darner didn't like that one. What a tip in by the undersized freshman.
That's why you let it go and don't call a timeout on a run. As Givens makes a play.
Now you may need to call timeout. That's kind of, that's a lack of boxing out, and that's 2 defenders down there in Frederiking and Hall who could not secure the rebound. The tank gets the tip in. That's a huge hustle play. We talk about it all the time. You win and lose games, just kind of hustling and getting second chance opportunities. Blocking foul called, and this will be a timeout officially. 1:54 left. 34-31. Shamar Givens, what a job by the Tank. Tank flushes it down, 34-31. We're back. Minute and 54 left. Phoenix on top, 34-31. So they lead the Purple Aces. We're going to kick it old school. 23 years ago, roughly, Walter McCarty, head coach of the Purple Aces, when he played at Kentucky. They were number 5 in the nation at that time. Only time he played against Green Bay as a player.
Well, Coach McCarty trying to go 2-0 against Green Bay, but being able to play out here, I don't know if he would have been coaching himself, if he would have been happy with the 4 turnovers, but probably happy with the win. And obviously having a teammate like Tony Delk would help out quite a bit, as he's got unbelievable experience, and it's good. I know that in the Evansville community, the way he's serving in the community back home, really making a difference for the people that are here, and he fits. I don't know a better way to say it. He just fits the culture. He fits where he's at. I know the people in Evansville really appreciate the way that he cares for the community. He cares for each of the players here. It seems like the players love playing for him, and he's got the great demeanor, NBA experience demeanor. And he's looking at building a culture here at Evansville, being able to really compete at their level, and it seems like he's building that with the system they've got, fun style of basketball. You've got a bunch of fans here on a Saturday afternoon, and Coach McCarty obviously trying to repeat what he did while he's at Kentucky here against Green Bay today, and we've got a good basketball game on our hands.
You know, and you talk about the demeanors. That three is up, no good, but then again, second chance opportunity. That's McNair down low. Purple Aces do eventually get the ball as McNair missed a pretty easy lay-in. But, you know, we talk about the demeanor. Purple Aces turned the ball over a couple times, and he doesn't need to call a timeout. He trusts the guys. He lets them play. He knows, you know, just because there's two turnovers back-to-back doesn't mean that there needs to be a timeout called, as John Hall is grabbing kind of his head area, face area there.
As you're talking about his calm demeanor, he does defend his guys when he needs to, Coach McCarty.
Of course. You know,
excited and upset that it wasn't a foul, just a stoppage of play after he gets hit. And it wasn't intentional, but that's probably still a foul if you get hit in the face.
Yeah, as you can see there, kind of a reach in, and yeah, nothing intentional, of course, for McNair, but probably a foul that needed to be called, especially right in front of the referee, as Juwan Newton will inbound it with 15 here. Gets it into Devin Straub, who's a local Evansville product. Checks in last minute and 20. Purple Aces got to go. Marty Hill, I don't know if he realizes. We'll see. 3 seconds. He does realize. Shot is up, no good. Rebound to Bell. Good
defense by Green Bay. Really had Evansville operating way outside the three-point line almost that entire possession after getting the inbounds.
P.J. Pipes Jr. looks to facilitate. McNair working on John Hall. Doesn't have anything. Good job to kick. Sandy Cohen the third now. About 12 to shoot. Tries to work on Hall. Really good defense by John Hall. Second chance opportunity. Sandy Cohen the third. High arcing three is good. And so far, that is what is crushing the Aces. At second chance opportunities, the Phoenix just want it more on the glass.
They do. I think Cohen, a nice play, being able to drive and then still being resilient. Misses one shot, takes the next one, knows it's in.
So 37-33. So Cohen the third now with 5 points. About a 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. 10 to shoot for the Purple Aces. John Hall has it up top. Looks for a screen from Kuhlman. Kuhlman now 4-3 pump fake. He'll take the easier 2-point basket. That one's good. Phoenix got to push. 5 seconds to go. 37-35. That's Pipes Jr. Tries to get to the lay and steal by Newton. He's going to hook one up for 3. This one is off the rim. Just missed. Oh my, that one had a chance for the freshman. Good ending to the first half between the Phoenix and the Purple Aces. We love it. Christmas come early. 30. We're back. Ford Center 37-35. The Phoenix lead the Purple Aces. It's been back and forth. It's been a boxing match. It's been a really good fight on both sides, as we knew it would be. We're going to go sideline to Kenton Cruz. He's got a report on both coaches.
The trying team, Raven Tire.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So I got a chance to catch up with both coaching staffs, and Coach McCarty from the Aces really harping on the Evansville Aces getting back, playing that transition defense that Green Bay has really been able to capitalize on. On the other hand, Green Bay's coaching staff's really trying to get their guys to have some confidence, act like they can score the ball because they know they can, take those open shots and score the baskets. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Kenton Cruz, perfect report. Always nice and poised. And all right, second half keys. How did the Phoenix come away with a big road win that they really want before they take on Milwaukee in the Horizon?
You know, I think for them, continuing to pressure defensively and look to get out offensively is for them. They've been constantly in the passing lanes, trying to make plays. Again, there, trying to make a steal and make a play. Evansville's got to keep taking advantage of that. I mean, it's really the story of the game is Green Bay trying to gamble and get steals. Evansville, when they relax, make the next play, they're getting easy shots. It's just a matter of whether they can do it.
Purple Aces, they're 5-1 at the Ford Center. They had a 3-year non-conference home win streak snap against Jacksonville State earlier, but if they're going to shoot like that coming out of the half, as Evan Kuhlman gets on the board with a big 3 there from Kuhlman. Good denial there from Riley to poke it away. But the Purple Aces, how do they protect the Ford Center, come away with a big win? Maybe that.
Great execution on a baseline out of bounds by KJ Riley, coming up the middle and then just having the kick. Kuhlman spotting up in the corner and great finish.
And that is going to be a turnover for the Phoenix. So a 3 for Evan Kuhlman and the Purple Aces. Turnover from Manny Patterson and the Phoenix. And this is just, this graphic right here that's about to pop up, this is just good research by Tom Benson, one of the best in the business. Take a look at the Purple Aces, you know, have struggled in the first half, but especially coming out that first 5 minutes of the second half, they come out hot. It's Evan Kuhlman, heat check, good. Second 3 in a row from Evan Kuhlman, the sophomore out of Liberty Township, Ohio. And then back and forth, McLeod for 3, no good. Purple Aces with the rebound. Evan Kuhlman starting out on fire here in the second half.
Great shots by Kuhlman, and with those kind of second half starts, great research by Tom Benson, as you said. But Coach McCarty must have something up his sleeve for motivational speeches. There's some days about 2 o'clock in the afternoon I could use a motivational speech. I may have to see if he can get his number and get a call here once in a while.
That is an 8-0 run to start the second half. That was too easy for KJ Riley, uncontested. That's too easy for Sandy Cohen, the third. Reverse lay-in is good. It's 41-39. I mean, we are back and forth. Timeout. Coach Darner already. Good second half coming up. We're back here at the Ford Center. Quick timeout called by Coach Darner of the Phoenix as the Purple Aces erase the 2-point deficit. They're now up by 4. Evan Kuhlman, sophomore out of Liberty Township, Ohio, just averaged 2 points last year. Really deep bench presence for the Purple Aces. He has 6 quick ones about 1:40 into the second half. Evan Kuhlman with 6 points, 1:40 in.
A great execution. I think that what started is great execution, baseline out of bounds. You look at where Coach McCarty came from. His mentor, Brad Stevens, is probably regarded as one of the best after timeout, baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, play calls, and Evan Kuhlman's spot up in the corner. Great draw up, great execution by Evansville. KJ Riley coming off that screen. Gets Kuhlman his first look out of that baseline out of bounds, and then knocks down another triple later on, and really has a great start here in the second half.
Now the Phoenix came out after that timeout, kind of a man-to-man press. So you can tell now that Kuhlman kind of being guarded up top there by McNair. So they're going to make sure that he doesn't get another open 3. KJ Riley lay in contested. Good defense by the Phoenix out of the timeout. As we are having score and clock issues. It's 43-39, 17:45 to go here. Back-to-back lay-ins there from McLeod, no good. Marty Hill the rebound. He looks to push. Good step by Hill. Goaltending called. Basket's good anyway. You don't get 4 points for that. You just get the original 2. Good move by Hill. Just so quick to the bucket.
Excellent drive by Hill, and I think everybody else on Evansville running in transition helped. There was no help side defenders that could load up in the middle. Excellent job by Hill of being able to move his defender one way, crossover, and come to the middle. Great finish inside.
So now 45-39, 17:25 left here in the second half. Cam Hankerson checked back in, 6th man for Green Bay. Good defense by Evan Kuhlman. They are really denying Hemphill and McLeod down low here to start the second half. So again, Evan Kuhlman, he's a role player off that bench for Walter McCarty, but Purple Aces have a really good bench. He can go to a lot of guys in pressure situations. 17-10 to go. 5 on the shot clock. Hankerson drives. The shot up. Mid-range jumper, no good. Good defense by Shea Feehan. Tip out by McLeod. Hankerson again. Now it's McNair, and a foul is called. A second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. That was the kryptonite for the Purple Aces in the first half.
And there's a lot of offensive rebounds on both ends and being able to clean up defensively. I think both coaches would like to see better box outs, one shot and done. Both of them want to run in transition. If they could get a stop and a rebound and be able to get out, both teams would be happy. There's a lot of offensive rebounds on both ends.
McLeod drives in, a blocking foul call. I don't think the Ace is faithful like that one too much, so McLeod will go to the line and shoot 2. Simple curl here. Hankerson over McLeod. McLeod took on Shea Feehan, got the foul call.
I don't know if he was on the charge circle there on the foul. Looked like he might have been set, but couldn't tell on his feet.
So Jaquan McLeod take the first one. So you hear the boos. That first one is good for McLeod. That is just his first point of the game. That is his first point of the game again. That's 17 against Michigan State, so he's been locked down. Purple Aces have really done a nice job defensively.
Coach McCarty calling for his guys to defend together rather than just defending individually. Talked about it yesterday when we talked with him, and just as he's talking about guarding as a team and guarding as a unit, making sure they take ownership of it, and they've really done a nice job of that here tonight.
So Sandy Cohn III, who's averaging 16 a game, has 7 so far with about 3.5 into the second half. Riley didn't really get a good lane on that lay-in. Again, kind of blocked by the rim. This one is Hemphill down the lane. It's the tip in by McNair. And again, a second chance, no box out by the Purple Aces, as it is 45-43. Green Bay back within 2.
12th offensive rebound for Green Bay. If you're Coach McCarty, you cannot be happy about that and being able to give those up.
Foul called, and again, technical difficulties again, kind of the clock going in and out. 18 on the shot clock. Foul called on the floor.
Number 11, Jaquan McLeod.
Jaquan McLeod gets the foul. That's his first personal. Team's first of the second half. 16-14 to go. Purple Aces lead at 45-43. As McLeod looks like he has a little bit of a cut on the forehead, so PJ Pipe's going to check in for him.
If the viewers at home can't see the score, I typically have dry erase markers and a board with me, so I can pull that out and put the scoreboard up if we need to, if we can't get it. The technology, that's my old school technology working here out.
Hey, you know, whatever you got to do to get the score there, I think they'd be okay with that. See, I don't know if I ever trust my penmanship enough or my artistic ability to get that one done.
My penmanship's terrible, but I can read it, so that's what matters.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's KJ Riley. Good step back. He'll take 2. Foul on PJ Pipes, who just checked in. So PJ Pipes just checked in. Quick foul. KJ Riley will shoot 2. And we talked about this. KJ Riley really hasn't gotten to the free throw line too much today. But again, he's top 25 in the nation when he does.
This is his first free throw. We talked about top of the show of being able to get to the free throw line. And KJ Riley's done a nice job of creating for his teammates, being able to get in the lane and make plays, and on that play, a nice post up as he felt like he had a mismatch and makes a nice post up and gets to the line.
KJ Riley Jr. out of Bronx, New York, misses the second. He's a 78% shooter, so goes 1 of 2 from the line. Both teams have left some points out at that free throw line today. Sandy Cohn III, he's going to take it 3. He was calling for it all the way. That one is off of the back rim, back iron, so Purple Aces get the board. Again, 46-43, Purple Aces lead. 15:40 to go here in the second half. 20 on the shot clock for Marty Hill. Looking to work on Hankerson. KJ Riley going to reset. Coach McCarty going to call a play as shot clock gets down to 10. Evan Coleman, now shot clock is down to 5. Purple Aces got to go. KJ Riley, turnaround jumper is good. Nice shot by the junior from Bronx, New York.
And KJ Riley, last 2 possessions, has liked his matchup in the post. Last time on the low post, that time in the high post, has made good decisions, squared his shoulders, and taken nice shots.
So Purple Aces lead at 48-43, 15-11 left. As we are going to get a timeout after the foul by the Purple Aces. So about 5 minutes into the second half, Purple Aces regain the lead, 48-43. We're back, 48-43. Purple Aces lead the Phoenix after the first media timeout. Take a look at, this is kind of a play that set up the Purple Aces here in the second half, really got them going.
Great execution by Walter McCarty. Great after timeout, baseline out of bounds play. KJ Riley takes the ball out. Simple screen up to KJ Riley, and he rips, gets a defender to draw in. Kuhlman just spots up in the corner like he's shooting around on a Sunday afternoon or here on a Saturday afternoon. Stays spot in the corner. KJ Riley does a great job of cutting hard off that screen, driving in the middle, drawing Kuhlman's defender, couple steps off, and Kuhlman has a wide open three. That got him in rhythm and got him started, but great job by Coach McCarty of being able to execute baseline out of bounds. That's a big part of the game, especially in the NBA, of being able to execute and score on those plays, and just a great job of executing there.
So again, we showed that graphic earlier on in the second half. Is this mid-range jumper no good after the timeout? Purple Aces were down 37-35 at half, but something about whatever Walter McCarty says or however the team gears up, those first 4 or 5 minutes until that media timeout, they were able to outscore the Phoenix 11-6. As that one is rebounded by Hakavich, just kind of lost it for a second, fumbled it like it's Sunday afternoon in the NFL. Purple Aces, after a couple of opportunities, cannot convert. Now the Phoenix look to push. Not a good pass by Pipes Jr. over to Sandy Cohen, the third, a turnover for the Phoenix.
Evansville last time down, nice passes, a good open look, and then trying to crash the offensive glass.
So again, the Purple Aces, they're 5-1 at home. They like to protect the Ford Center. As I mentioned earlier, a couple weeks ago they lost to Jacksonville State here 55-50, which is their first home non-conference loss in 3 years. 3 years against Jacksonville State. Hakavich is working on Schwartz. Looked like it was gonna miss that lay-in. Hakavich just kind of thought he was fouled. Should have had a chance at a free throw there, but a good finish. Again, he's been a lot to handle for Cody Schwartz.
It's a great finish inside. Just takes a couple dribbles, looks nose. He has no help side defense. Has a one-on-one matchup and finishes.
Cam Hankerson gets fouled. It looked to be on Hakavich. We'll see if it does go on him.
Hankerson does a great job of cutting hard. When he has opportunities, he's really cutting hard coming off as he has this. He cuts hard off these screens, which creates this opportunity. The defender's a step behind him and he gets to the basket. Each play he has, whether he's running in transition or he's cutting. Hankerson here today really being able to look at just making good plays. That whole be quick but don't hurry that John Wooden talked about. Hankerson does a great job of doing that here today.
As now they're tending to Danius Hakavich, who might have either lost a contact, got cut, something along those lines. Do you wear contacts?
I do, and it's frustrating when you lose them. It's always awkward when you're trying to be a 7-footer on the floor laying around trying to find a little contact.
Yeah, I've had that problem plenty of times, trying to be a 7-footer on the floor.
You'll grow up one day, I promise you. You'll get there.
I'm trying, I still, I still think that, I'm going to hit this spurt when I'm, about 20, 25, 30 years old, where I'm going to get, about half an inch. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping I get to about 5'7".
Keep working
That's kind of the goal. Hankerson hits the first. He's just been dynamite today for the Phoenix. Leading scorer for them so far tonight. As he's got 13, now 14. He's got a money stroke from the free throw line. A really nice player. Again, just averaging 6.7. Kind of surprising. I feel like he's a guy that, especially if the Phoenix want to compete in the Horizon League, which we think they will, they got to get him, going even more so.
He's been really good today, really making a lot of plays on both ends of the floor.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of Sandy Cohen III. Very similar builds, very similar kind of styles of play. As foul call to be on the floor.
And if they could get both of them going, they'd be in an even better spot right now. Hankerson doing quite a bit more. Not that Cohen's got 7 points and is slowly getting going, but not what he has been able to do.
Ken Hankerson, not a starter for this Green Bay Phoenix team. He's 6th man off the bench. He's really got a chance if he stays on the bench. It's John Hall, just too easy.
Excellent
working on
move.
The tank down low. But, Hankerson's got a chance to be an all 6-man type of player in the Horizon League, let alone potentially start here down the stretch. As the Purple Aces took it away now. Now we're Frederick King up top over to Kuhlman. It's a good steal by Givens. Again, he's just giving them solid minutes. Just a freshman. You're going to see him in purple and white here for another 3 years after this. 10 to shoot. Frederick King, what a find. That one well short. You could tell from a mile away that one, Frederick King didn't really get the legs underneath it. Sandy Cohen the third working on Jawan Newton, so the freshman Newton gets the kind of assignment on the redshirt senior and Sandy Cohen the third. That three was no good. So 12:30 to play here in the second half. Purple Aces' largest lead of the contest. They lead by 7 points. Again, the first half, as you were mentioning kind of off camera, saying that, the largest lead on either side was 4. Been a really tightly contested battle. It's Noah Frederick King, good move. He'll get to the line for 2.
Good decision by Coach McCarty there as he's trying to get 7-point game. You get a good stop. You want to make a nice play, and he gets a good set, trying to get the right matchups to be able to make a play and make a finish. A nice drive by Frederick in there to be able to draw the foul. Good offensive execution. Evans will change a pace on that possession, not just pushing it to push it, but really trying to make sure they get a basket. Coach McCarty feeling right here that they have an opportunity to push this lead out. They have the largest lead of the game to continue to push that lead out with a Green Bay team that's going to make a run. They're
not going anywhere.
No, and they're going to score quickly. They'll get this out quick, and they'll push it on the floor here again.
So Noah Frederick King, who surprisingly just shoots it at 67%, but he was 100% on those 2 free throws. Now Purple Aces again keep extending their largest lead. They're up by 9. Sandy Cohen the third, who goes quickly. Really nice defense there by the Purple Aces. They have really locked down defensive. They've really made it hard for number 1 in green and white so far this afternoon. Again, he's averaging almost 16 points a game. That's top 8 in the Horizon League. Such a terrific player, but he's really had a lot of contested shots. What a pass by Newton. The flush by Danius Hotkevicius. Purple Aces lead by double digits. They lead by 11. As Coach Dorner wants a timeout, this will bring the crowd, the sold-out crowd at the Ford Center to their feet. They love the play from their Aces here to start the second half. They lead it 56-45. Nice pass by the freshman Newton into Hotkevicius. Hotkevicius with the flush. Man, what a start in these first 8 minutes. 56-45. They have outscored the Phoenix by 13 here to start the second half, and you're the analytics guy. You're gonna break this one down.
Excellent spacing. Coach McCarty making sure the guys have great spacing. That great spacing creates post-up opportunities inside. So making sure they have the guys outside. There's no help side. Great seal inside. Great post-entry pass away from the defender, and then a great finish inside. And so really Evansville playing some really nice basketball here in the second half, being able to find the right time to run. And when they don't run, they're executing really well in the half court. Coach McCarty's got to be really happy with pace and decision-making here to start the second half. Plus, I don't know what he says in these halftime talks, but I'd like to be able to get a preview of that. That might be something I need to replace my alarm clock with in the morning.
I'll sit here. You can go over there and listen, and then you can come back with a big report. Again, we talked about the Phoenix. There's no panic in this Green Bay team, especially this offense that averages 85 a game. That's top 12 in the nation, in scoring. Average 85. They are just so terrific at scoring quickly. So, again, down 9 points, carry called, easy call there on John Hall, and I don't think that's exactly what Walter McCarty wants there out of the break, is John Hall handling the ball up top.
Well, and making multiple moves and his defender not moving. So Hall trying to make a play and just trying to create something from nothing, moving the basketball and moving it towards the basket is what Evansville's been good at.
Good dish in Sandy Cohen the third. Tough finish. That was really contested, as it has been all night. Now Sandy Cohen the third with 9 points. Really good finish at the rim.
Cohen's a nice basketball player. You can tell he's gonna make some plays, and that's a really, really nice finish between defenders there.
Sandy Cohen the third, who transferred from Marquette. He was the only freshman starter at Marquette his freshman year. Played 2 years at Marquette, decided to transfer, had to sit out, go through that process, and then got to play around, mid-December last year. And I mean, was such a terrific player last year in the Horizon League. They knew he would be. They knew it was an unbelievable get. He's got 9 so far today, but it's been tough. The Purple Aces have made it really hard on him. That's foul going to be called on Manny Patterson down low. He was working on Danius Hotkevicius. That's a good battle to watch here in the second half. Those two going at it.
It is, and big fella runs all the way out. Danius runs all the way out, sets a great screen and sprints to that screen, and then rolls hard and really just working hard inside on each possession, making it difficult on Green Bay.
All right, you're a big man. We'll put you on the defensive side of things. If you're Manny Patterson there, how do you stand your ground and kind of play it where you're not fouling so much down low on Danius Hotkevicius?
Good question, Alex. I think the biggest thing is doing your work early. You've got to make sure that he does not touch a foot in the paint. You've got to make sure to make contact as early as possible and as often. And then when he sprints to that screen, Patterson got a couple steps behind him when he sprinted to that screen, which created the opportunity in the low post later on. And he's got to be able to stick with him.
And that's not easy to do. That part's not easy.
No, not when he's sprinting.
That part's not easy. As KJ Riley leaning there, kind of willed that one to go and hit the front rim. That one's in. So Purple Aces back up by 8, 57-49. So KJ Riley gets geared up for his second.
I had the opportunity to spend a couple months in Lithuania, and when I showed up, they said that there's 2 religions in Lithuania. One's Catholic, and then there's basketball, but they only take one seriously.
And which one is that?
Show up in the airport, and they've got top to bottom pictures and posters of every one of their national players. So he comes from a great lineage in Lithuania of basketball and being able to really play all the time. Sprinting and competing is what they're used to from the time they're 13 and 14.
And he had tough shoes to fill here in a Purple Aces uniform. Hankerson just doing what Hankerson does best. Mid-range jumper right around the free throw line. Really nice shot. Now all of a sudden Phoenix creep within 6 here. Purple Aces faithful try and get a little bit louder, but Danius Hotkevicius, he had really tough shoes to fill. And Gideus Mockskavicius, as that one's just too easy, speaking of DC. Number 14 in purple and white. He's really working hard, but he had tough shoes to fill. And Gideus Mockskavicius, he was one of the best players ever in program history. Got to play in the D-League a little bit for the Brooklyn Nets. One of the most prolific scorers in the Valley. He averaged a double-double, it seemed like, every single night his senior year, in a Purple Aces uniform. As that three from Hankerson left short, but Danius Hotkevicius, he didn't want anyone to compare him. He wanted to be his own man when he came in here, in the Purple Aces uniform. And I really think they're going to need him, especially his size presence, when the Missouri Valley Conference play starts next week.
And if he keeps sprinting the floor and sealing in the post as hard as he is, they're going to be able to use him quite a bit. He's really played well tonight, really being able to work hard on each possession. The way that he sprints to the post and sprints to the ball screens is simple, but it's a huge fundamental that makes a big difference.
Sometimes simple is all you need, looking at some of the fundamentals of basketball. But, yeah, the Purple Aces, who they go to Miami, Ohio. Again, they have not won a road game all year. Is that kind of, for the Purple Aces, is that kind of a must-win next week against Miami, Ohio on the road? Not having won, then you got conference play starting right after that.
I think for Coach McCarty, you're just trying to build a culture and build a culture of opportunities that they can take advantage of those. I don't know that it's a must-win, but it's a must-compete, must-build what they're building. And last possession down, Evansville switches to a zone defense just to change it up and get Green Bay a little bit out of pace. And you can tell they're worried about the great roll.
Oh, as Hotkevicius tried to dunk down the city of Evansville, missed on that one. Then a lay-in, no good, tip in by Hankerson. And again, no one has found an answer for Cameron Hankerson. What a day. We got a career day for number 21 in green and white. Again, kind of a momentum shifter there from Hotkevicius, missing the dunk. Maybe it was tipped out a little bit by Patterson, but then down the other floor, again, Green Bay getting a second chance opportunity. Marty Hill, mid-range jumper. That one off front iron. Second chance opportunity for KJ Riley. He thought he got bumped. So did Walter McCarty. No foul called. Cameron Hankerson pushes over to Bell. What a pass. What a find by Hankerson. That is so pretty.
Great pass by Hankerson. He's really a playmaker here today as he finishes the last possession down. Great play. And this is where Coach McCarty remaining calm. That calm leadership is contagious for each of his guys. They don't get frazzled when Green Bay goes on a run. Come down to execute. That's going to pay off for him down the stretch. Coach McCarty really showing the willingness to be resilient, stay focused no matter what the score, no matter where the runs are at. They're still up 6. And so understanding that they are still up 6 and playing like they're up 6 rather than coming down a little bit frantic.
Foul was called on the Phoenix. Noah Frederick King checking back into the contest, so is Coolman. But take a look, the reason that Green Bay's down 6, if it wasn't for Cameron Hankerson, they would really be in trouble in this one. He's got 18 points. You saw that last assist over to Bell. Just a beautiful pass in transition. the junior guard out of Novi, Michigan. I mean, what a terrific job he's done so far tonight. Again, just averaging 6.7 points per game. He shot 50% from the field last year, but really didn't have a big role. I think after today, he's going to have a much bigger role on this Phoenix club.
He's playing really well, and Green Bay together 13 offensive rebounds here on the game, and Evansville even getting back off the free throw to make sure they get back in transition. They're putting up shots in 4 and 5 seconds off of this transition, so making sure Evansville's already back. Green Bay's still going to get it across the court really quick and be able to push.
It's almost like when you're shooting your second free throw. If you're KJ Riley there, you're kind of leaning backwards, getting ready to sprint back. The lob, alley-oop, good. Bell, that's 2 straight buckets for him, and he'll take those all day. 2 easy ones, great assist. Alley-oop good. Again, still just a 6-point advantage here for the Purple Aces. Givens looks to kick. He is going to drive to the bucket, get fouled, and we will go to break. Good job by the scrappy Givens to get to the rim. 63-57, Purple Aces lead. It's going to be a good finish here in Evansville. I can assure you of that one. The 2019 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship returns to the Enterprise Center on March 7th through the 10th. Get all your session tickets to Arch Madness today and save $20 by calling 812-488-2237 or order online at gopurpleaces.com. All right, 63-57, Purple Aces lead, 7:38 to go. It's going to be a good finish. Everyone knew that. It's going to be a tight one. Phoenix looked to push. Purple Aces, can they hold them off defensively? Can the Purple Aces maintain this offensive prowess that they've had? I mean, it's really been a boxing match. It's been back and forth like we knew it would be, and this has good finish written all over it here in Evansville.
And I think both teams are playing well. They're playing their game. They're both getting out in transition, making adjustments as they go. KJ Riley's made some nice adjustments now with 14. And then for Green Bay, Hankerson with 18 has been really the story. Cohen's got 9. So look for Cohen to get going as Hankerson has played well, but Cohen's still their guy, and you can tell that he continues to be ready. So as Green Bay looks to make a comeback, look for Cohen to make some plays here.
So Chris checks into the game for Hankerson. Hankerson's got 4 fouls. He's going to be sitting for a while, and that's a turnover as Cohen couldn't come up with it. Givens runs the floor, and he's going to reset. Good, smart play by Givens to reset. He knew he didn't have a chance there after a tough pass. As KJ Riley looks to push. He's going to find Marley Hill. Marley Hill for 3. That one no good. Rebound to McLeod. McLeod looks to push now.
KJ Riley's done a great job of driving into the paint, and when he doesn't have it, kicking out for open shots.
Heat check shot by McLeod right in the face of Givens. He knows he's got a height advantage there, and you're assuming, Coach Darter says, if you have it, take it. Again, he had 17 points last time out. And the Green Bay's biggest win, which came against Belmont this year, Belmont's 11-1. They have 1 loss all season. That was to Green Bay, at Green Bay. And 100-92 game. It was an absolute, slugfest in Green Bay for that one. McLeod had 21. When he goes, they go. They're going to need him here in the last 6:42 to go as McLeod picks up the foul.
McLeod with a nice shot, but really hasn't gotten it going yet to this point. Cohen's gotten it going a little bit, but McLeod is not. And that's McLeod's 4th. So foul trouble for Green Bay with McLeod with 4 and Hankerson with 4.
Riley makes the first. Yeah, McLeod and Hankerson, those are 2 key guys that they need here down the stretch. And Coach Darner's going to let McLeod play. KJ Riley, 15 points. Again, I mean, what a year it's been so far for KJ Riley. He's now got 16. KJ Riley, Luke, only had 7 points and 3 rebounds last night. That's all he was averaging. And, I mean, stepping up in the biggest way this season. 16 points today. He's averaging 12.5 on the year. He's got the uptick in rebounds to almost 5 a game as Bell takes a 3. That one was no good, but a second chance opportunity. That's what's going to keep the Phoenix around, is those second chance opportunities.
That's their 14th offensive rebound. Those second chance points are really hurting it. For Evansville, they're getting nice stops. It's a tough 3, but they've got to get a box out and make sure they get that defensive rebound.
Marty Hill has it up top. Now John Hall.
But you're right on KJ Riley. He really makes this team go, and it seems like Coach McCarty's system being able to run in transition, being able to be spaced out in the floor, fits KJ Riley, and now he's a smaller defender on him with a great post up. Draws the foul, but KJ Riley really fits well in Coach McCarty's system. Coach McCarty understanding mismatches, understanding spacing, and really making good decisions. KJ Riley, the smaller defender, great post up. And for the opportunity to have a guard that you can post up when he has a smaller defender on him, really gives Coach McCarty tons of options on the bench, and with assistants that he has over there that are able to see those mismatches, really has a great opportunity to take advantage of it.
Riley, who drills the first, he's done a really nice job this season, and really smart too. You know, realizing that he has the mismatch. He wants the basketball. This year, he wants the basketball. He wants to get the ball. He wants to be a scorer, but he also wants to facilitate to his teammates. He wants to be kind of an all-around player, have that kind of, you know, five-tool aspect, as we talk about in baseball all the time. Kind of, you know, be able to, you know, dribble, drive, and go to the basket or kick if he needs to. And one, Sandy Cohen, the third, says, hey, I can do that too, guys. I mean, what a nice move, so explosive to the rim.
A nice play by Green Bay to be able to clear that side, giving him isolation. KJ Riley's got to stay there and help side defense as you see him move to the side. And that's what Coach McCarty's looking at for the next level of team defense. KJ Riley hits a couple free throws. Then on that next possession, he's got to be there and help side. His man's going away from the ball. He's got to be able to turn around, and that's the next step for him. And each of these players on Evansville, they've done better playing team defense the last few games, but they've got to be able to lock in and be able to be there on the help side. They can't get beat on the first initial play, but if they do get beat, they've got to have somebody there to help them.
Turnover by John Hall. Phoenix have a chance to go down by one possession here. Fine to Sandy Cohen the third. Didn't want the three, tried to drive in. Maybe should have taken the three. Now Marty Hill and the Purple Aces look to push. He's got Coleman. Coleman over to Marty Hill. Nice pass, smart pass, three, good. See that from a mile away. Unselfish play from Hill to Coleman. Coleman back to Hill. Hill for the triple.
Great transition basketball. Just making simple decisions, but making it difficult for Green Bay as Evansville pushed the ball in transition.
McLeod now, he's starting to heat up, and we said he needed to. So both teams trade three-point blows on both ends of the floor, 72-68. You can just feel this has a really, really good finish brewing with about 4:40 to go.
And McLeod was 0 for 4 before he hit those last two threes.
Yeah, you know, and that's the kind of player he is. Once he gets going, he's going to get going. KJ Riley now again mismatch on Chris. They're trying to exploit that as much as they can. Good pass. Frederick King over to John Hall. John Hall will take it. The three is no good off the front iron. Offensive rebound, Marty Hill. Hill resets. Smart play by Marty Hill. Now Noah Frederick King from three. That one no good. Sandy Cohen the third with the rebound. Again, have a chance to go down by one possession here. They look to push. Sandy Cohen the third takes it right to Marty Hill. Charge. Offensive foul called. Good defense getting the feet set by Marty Hill.
Excellent defensive transition for Evansville. Just simple. Get in front of him. Sandy Cohen's trying to make something happen, trying to make a little bit too much happen. Steps right in front and takes a charge. That's a simple fundamental, being able to sacrifice your body right there.
And a really
excellent
big play. Momentum shifter, I think, you know, to kind of halt that momentum that the Phoenix had a little bit. Marty Hill took a charge against Murray State with about 4 minutes to go in that contest. That was really, really big, as a reach-in foul is going to be called. Again, KJ Riley just looking to make things happen left and right. What a nice drive by Riley there. So again, they're in the bonus. He's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot two. They're in the double bonus already.
KJ Riley 8 for 10 from the free throw line already. Taking a couple more here. Really does a nice job of drawing fouls just because he's attacking towards the basket.
So Riley now with 19. Shamar Givens looking to check in for the Purple Aces. KJ Riley was the leading scorer against Murray State in Murray, Kentucky. Last game, he had 13 points, 11 boards, and a really tough loss for the Purple Aces. A game in which, you know, I don't think a lot of people gave them a chance to even hang around in. The Purple Aces really fought. They were up by 7. Almost feel like, you know, and Coach McCarty talked about it, he's proud of his guys, really proud of the effort. Almost feels like got away from them a little bit, though. Up by 7 with 4 minutes to go, and wound up losing on kind of a last-second shot by Ja Morant, who is going to be a lottery pick more than likely for Murray State. Last network break, Luke. It's going to be a good one. 74-68 here at the Forza. 2:56 left between the Green Bay Phoenix and the Evansville Purple Aces. Again, Alex Gould, Luke Zeller on the call with you. We appreciate you being with us on the call today, 3 days before Christmas. Again, Christmas definitely come early for us. The fact that we, get to be paid to call, college basketball, one of the most just proliferating sports, and it's been fun with you, partner.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed it, Alex. It's been good to be here, and I think we've had a great basketball game here, and going to be a great finish heading into the end of this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great finish. The Phoenix are going to look to push. They're down by 2 possessions, down 6 points. Sandy Cohen III, is he an option? Again, Hankerson now, as you see, checks back on the floor. He's going to inbound it for the Phoenix. He's playing with 4. McLeod's playing with 4. If you're the Purple Aces, you got to go right after, Hankerson and McLeod defensively, right? Is too easy for Sandy Cohen III. Foul called on the floor by Marty Hill. Probably a smart foul, as Sandy Cohen III was just going to blow by Marty Hill.
Nice out-of-bounds play by Coach Darner. Green Bay, nice execution as they're looking to cut this lead and keep this game close. And Alex, Green Bay is scoring on average 14 seconds each possession they score. And so when you score that quickly, a 4-point lead isn't much. And so for Evansville, this possession's an important possession. To be smart, to be able to make a play, if they can get a bucket and extend the lead, because Green Bay, no matter what happens on this possession, is going to get it out and push it down the floor.
So Sandy Cohen III now with 14 as you get a press here. One of the first presses we've seen. Timeout called by Shamar Givens. Smart timeout called. So we're going to stay here. So Green Bay's lone road win came against Eastern Washington. That was on November 16th. They have not won on the road since. They are 1-5. This is a really scrappy, good Purple Aces team and a really good Purple Aces team at home. I'm going to keep mentioning it, but again, Purple Aces' loss in the non-conference to Jacksonville State at home was almost unheard of. That was like Kansas losing. It really was like Kansas losing at Allen Fieldhouse at home, in Lawrence. And so the Purple Aces, again, they don't like losing here at the Ford Center. Phoenix trying to come away with a minor upset.
And I think Evansville trying to protect home court, and really a smart timeout call by Givens. Coach McCarty having time to drop a play. This is an important possession for Evansville here to be able to defend their home court, and then they've got to get back in transition regardless of what happens here. To be able to get back after this play is going to be a big part of being able to extend and finish this game out for Evansville.
So Hankerson, who's on Givens. Givens going to look to exploit him. He's got 4 fouls. McLeod has 4 as well. Noah Fredericken with the ball. 15 to shoot here for the Purple Aces. 3:35 to go. Risky pass over to Givens. Givens, the scrappy guard, going to look to kick. Coleman for 3. Chance here. No good. Off the front iron over the backboard. So again, now the Phoenix have a chance to go down 1 possession again.
Back in the ball game for the Purple Aces.
Coleman got a good look.
That's where Coleman started the half, so he missed that one, but a good look. Great drive by Givens. Once again, Evansville does a great job of spacing the floor. Givens and other guards, KJ Riley getting into the lane and then making that extra pass.
So Danius Hodkavicius checks back in. Him and Bell going to work down low against one another. Foul will be called on the floor. This will be free throws. Not a smart foul there. That foul is on the freshman Newton. Not smart. This will send Sandy Cohen III to the line with a chance to go down by either 2 or 3.
And scoring with a clock stop too, Alex. And really smart play by Cohen. He's a veteran player. You can tell just from his composure. He likes being in these close games, and he likes these opportunities to be able to figure out where these moments are at.
First free throw good. 1 possession game as Cohen looks to hit the second and go down by 2 points. A really nice run here for the Phoenix. Are they cooking at the right time to end this contest? As that one is short. You could see that one was short from a good distance. So it'll stay a 3-point game. 3:15 to go. Purple Aces faithful getting into it a little bit here. Shamar Givens over to Newton's 2 freshmen too, Luke, on the floor. Danius Hodkavicius looks to work on Bell. He gets the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Frederick King for 3. This one no good. And the rebound to McLeod. The Phoenix have a chance to either tie it or take the lead. This pass into Hemphill. That one off of the tank. It'll go back to the Purple Aces. That was a possession kind of wasted there for the Phoenix.
It was, and Sandy Cohen trying to make something happen that maybe wasn't quite there. Green Bay now picking up full court, running and trying to trap to be able to create something here.
And interesting, going full court too. Hankerson still has to be careful. They need him. They need him here. He has been their most prolific scorer so far this afternoon. He's got 18 points. Shamar Givens left open for three. That one no good. And again, the philosophy from Walter McCarty is if you are open, shoot the basketball.
I like it. I think as a player, you're confident.
McLeod step back three, good. He buries it. That's back-to-back-to-back threes for McLeod. We are tied at 74 with 2:10 to go. Timeout, Walter McCarty and the Purple Aces. Oh, baby, what a step-back jumper by McLeod. Woo!
Huge shot by McLeod, and as we talked about, he missed his first four, but then has hit these other shots. He comes out really a contested shot, but gets some high arc on it and knocks it down.
Wow. McLeod with the step back jumper. A three from well downtown here in Evansville. All of a sudden you look at the score and, you know, at one point it was an 11-point lead for the Purple Aces. That is no more. It's erased. 0-0 ball game. 2:14 to go.
And J-Con McLeod's been a big part of getting them back into it. Confident. That's a tough step back shot.
Especially on how Cabbage too. I mean,
heavily contested. And McLeod earlier in the game with a three that got him going when they were down and they needed somebody to get them into a rhythm. McLeod's made some big plays for him. This Green Bay team is a nice ball club, and you really look at when you play Creighton and you play Michigan State, you get down 11 on the road. You've got some confidence, and Coach Darner has done a great job of building that in his team. And even Cohen, who started off slow and Evansville played great, has now got 15. And so you get Hankerson adding in with 18 points. Green Bay's got some serious weapons, and they really can push the basketball. So here down the stretch with 2:12 left, each possession is going to count, and both teams playing fast are going to have to make some smart decisions as they push the basketball.
The Phoenix have played on the road at Iowa, at Oregon, at Creighton, at Michigan State last game. They were prepared for this. Foul called. Coach Darner did not agree, and that'll send KJ Riley to the line.
And they jump the screen, the trap on the screen as it comes here. Quick trap. They decide out of the timeout to jump the trap. Both guys trapping. Probably got a little bit of body on him, and a foul. It looked like the foul was on Cohen, but Hankerson's got 4. So I think we got a little bit of confusion here. Coach Darner would not have been happy if that was on Hankerson.
You do really have to, especially now 2:08 to go. If you're the Purple Aces, I mean, this is a game of chess, checkers, whatever you want to call it, whatever your favorite board game is. You know, you really do have to look at it as, if you're the Purple Aces, you got to get Hankerson or McLeod, especially McLeod now that he's on fire. You got to go right after those two guys, don't you?
And I think for Coach McCarty, it's looking at that, but also just matchups and being able to execute, staying with their offense. Sometimes you get too excited about making sure you get a guy a 5th foul you take out of what you've done. Evansville's played well today. KJ Riley, 2 more free throws, has really been big for the Aces tonight.
KJ Riley with a team-high 22 points. 2 minutes to go here. Hankerson kicks out to Bell. Bell shot fake. He's going to go to the rim. He's got nowhere to go. Good defense by the Purple Aces. That's Hankerson again. 2-point shot, no good. A chance there for the Phoenix. Rebound corralled by John Hall. You can hear this Purple Aces faithful, they're going.
Big rebound by Evansville. They've given up a lot of offensive rebounds. They did not give that one up. Coach McCarty's got to be happy that they secured that huge defensive rebound right there.
Again, the Purple Aces averaging the second most fans at home in the Missouri Valley Conference at 4,768 a game. They got 5,011 here on tap. Turnover for KJ Riley. 1:20 to go. They look to push. This is McLeod. Will he heat check Marty Hill? Instead, he'll go to the basket. He tries to find Sandy Cohen the third. Over to the tank. Tank for 3 in the lead. No good. Rebounded Danius Hotkavicius. 1:10 to go.
Tough turnover last possession by KJ Riley. He's made some great decisions all game, but just jumped the passing lane on that one. Evansville's lucky to get the ball back and still have the lead.
We're a minute left, potentially from deciding a winner, but a big turnover by John Hall. And I kind of mentioned it earlier. We were talking about it. I don't know if I know you got 2 bigs in there. I don't know if I like John Hall trying to handle the ball up top, especially that far away from the basket.
And I think for Evansville, and you'll see a sub right here as Kuhlman comes back in, but for for Evansville, it's 2 turnovers the last 2 possessions offensively, just making good decisions. But even bigger for Walter McCarty, he's trying to get a stop right here.
Sandy Cohen III working on Hall. Good move to the basket. A chance at a 3-point play. Instead, the basket did not go. So Sandy Cohen will go to the line with a chance to tie the game up at 76.
Sandy Cohen does a great job when he gets into the basket of making contact, still getting his eyes on the rim, trying to make a finish. Didn't finish that one there, but has done a great job of getting to the line, especially down the stretch here, drawing the foul earlier before the play even got going, and having opportunities now a couple of different times and attacking the basket to at least get fouled and get to the line.
Sandy Cohen hits the first. And this is interesting now. If either way, if Green Bay scores here, if you're the Purple Aces, are you looking to go 2 for 1, or do you get your best shot? As he misses the shot, and it doesn't even matter. It's a 1-point game. And you don't have to foul now if you're the Phoenix. You don't have to play the fouling game. 40 seconds left. KJ Riley working on Cohen at half court. So a big missed free throw by Sandy Cohen. He's trying to poke the ball out of KJ Riley's hands. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. What does Walter McCarty have drawn up? 5 to shoot for Riley, working on Bell. Lay in, good. What a shot by Riley. High percentage lay-in's good. Will Coach Darner play it out? Sandy Cohen III's got it. Does he want to go for the 2 or go for the 3? Lay in, no good. And no fouls called yet. There is 8 seconds left now. A foul was called. What a defensive stand for the Purple Aces. This crowd absolutely loves it.
And down the stretch, Evansville with a huge defensive stop and a rebound. I think it makes a huge difference down the stretch if Coach McCarty can get his team to be able to lock in defensively. And a big-time drive from KJ Riley. He's been their leader throughout the season, and today has made the plays when they need him to.
And again, if you were, Sandy Cohen, you had the option. Did you want to try and set up and shoot the 3, maybe kick to McLeod or Hankerson, or did you want to go straight to the bucket? He opted to go straight to the bucket. Purple Aces able to swarm him defensively. Maybe not a great decision. Cohen had a plethora of options on the wings to try and kick after he drove. He got 3 defenders on him. Instead, tried to take the contested shot. Lay-in was no good. As the referees are going to put 8 ticks back on the clock. So 8 seconds. Take a look at the last penalty.
KJ Riley just getting the pick and roll, finds the matchup he wants, turns the corner, gets the defender on his heels, puts his eyes on the rim, puts it high off the glass and right up and in. He's really done a great job of being able to find his opportunities when he has them and then making the extra pass when he doesn't, which allows Green Bay can't double team him because they know he's going to make the extra pass when he has that opportunity. Really an unselfish play throughout the game, allows KJ Riley to have a great isolation at the end of this game.
Purple Aces 23 of 27 from the line. Now 24 of 28, that's over 85%. What a job by Evansville at the free throw line. And now if you're the Phoenix, again, you don't need a 3, but you need to score as quickly as possible. That's what they do best. Sandy Cohen III, he's stopped immediately. He's got to chuck one up. This one's well short, and the Purple Aces are going to extend their home record to 6-1. They are 6-6 overall. They have one more non-conference game against Miami, Ohio on the road next week before the Missouri Valley Conference play starts. What a game, Luke. What an absolutely great game on both sides.
Great game. KJ Riley with 24 points, 7 rebounds, really led Evansville and just got him into their rhythm. Had opportunities, and when he had opportunities, he took full advantage of them. This is a great basketball game.
Hey, it was a pleasure working with you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and happy holidays. It's a good time of the year. Purple Aces faithful love this one. They win it 80-75. For Luke Zeller, I'm Alex Gould saying so long from Evansville, Indiana. All games airing on ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go get your Christmas shopping done. I know I need to.